I cast Thunderwave and release a devastating power cord on my lute, which sends a devastating wave of electrical thunder into the sea. They're not quite skeleton pirates, but you can certainly see their skeletons now.
I eye up the third pirate coming around the corner of the boathouse, and I warm up the Eldritch Blast. It lances towards the pirate who's around the back of the boathouse.
I am getting out my longbow. I'm going to try and deal with one of these pirates.
You have hit them.
Kind of got him in the shoulder.
There's little cutlass there he's trying to menace you with, and he's like, it's quite far away. Sort of gets a bit fumbled, misses you with a crossbow. You are surveying the situation. You kind of peek your head around the corner, and arrow thuds into your shield. The next pirate, he steps forward and swings his cutlass. Everyone's just like, no, not today, please. Just as that happens, another arrow goes hurtling past your head.
As a paladin, I'm keen to smuggle doers. I need a single flash of merciful holy light. I throw this at the three pirates.
Egbert throws this bomb, and as it goes into the water, you hear a little and the fuse eats it.
I draw my rapier and I jump off the roof. An aerial attack on the pirate.
You cut him to ribbons. You Julien a pirate.
I feel like he really needs to be Eldritch Blast. This time, Jerky Steve, you're done for.
Jerky Steve's vest gets blown away, along with like him.
Curly Joe, I'm sure you probably realised by now we're taking the crew apart.
I had noticed that.
So, you want to call those guys off? Because, I mean, this is going to end badly for everyone else.
No. Do you want to unlock the door and maybe you and I can have a little fight?
I unlock the door in the same motion. I boot the doors into Curly Joe and fire my hand crossbow at him.
He does some damage. He just kind of recoils a bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my speak with animals. So I am going to call out to all the animals and be like, could you get the ones that aren't properly alive? Could you please attack the pirates that are in the water?
Yeah.
It's not these pirates' day. The one who is looking very much worse for wear. So he makes a really half-hearted attack at you with his cutlass and misses. Egbert, another crossbow quarrel goes into your shield. He misses as well. He had his cutlass drawn and he pokes back and gets you up in the shoulder. And Jack cracks and looses a crossbow bolt and it thuds into the wood next to your head.
Well, I happen to have a mace on my person. Just clobber him on the head with my mace.
I'd like to swim around the back of where the boathouse. I'd like to try and attack Curly Joe and his mates from behind.
Yeah.
It's just your classic rapier through the spine.
You skewer Craxton through the back.
I am going to mercy kill him with my stiletto knife. I'll tell everyone it was a mercy kill. I cut him from stem to stern.
I am going to attack Curly Joe with my rapier.
You slash him. And your call that you put out into the water is answered by a few Humboldt squids, a couple of sharks. You can sense that the whale you tried to reach out to is like I get it. It's a bit shallow. One of them just sort of disappears. It's like he's being fed into a shredder. The squid flies out of the water and kind of like face hugs him and he falls back.
The door's open. I do have this whole dragon breath. So I'm going to call on my dragony powers.
He barely even breaks his stride. And when the heat wave dies down, there's just sort of a pile of ash and a very on fire boathouse.
I kick the pile of ashes that was Curly Joe and I say, see you in 2 years, you idiot.